had some lingering issues from a couple of different traumas in my life. One of which that we worked on went way back to like 15 years of age. Just something that I thought about an awful lot. And I still had a lot of guilt and shame because of it, and a lot of confusion. Since then, I'm actually able to conversate about it without just losing my mind, without playing it out in my head of like playing it out like a movie in my head, which was really traumatizing. Actually, probably worse than the actual trauma was me replaying it over and over and over and over and over again. And that has passed. I had a real hard time not only trusting a partner and dating someone for the long term, like I was dating, but really worried about committing because I felt like every time I ever committed, it was like, well, that's it. Like, that's when all the bad stuff would start to happen, and I would be in this situation that I felt out of control. Like, I really did. So I'm not scared anymore, and I love it. It's great. Like, it's easy. I had some lingering issues from a couple of different traumas in my life. One of which that we worked on went way back to like 15 years of age. Just something that I thought about an awful lot that really affected how I felt about myself more than anything, kind of the way that I viewed myself. And I think also led me to make an awful lot of decisions that I probably wouldn't have. Now I feel more confident in who I am. I don't feel like I have to let that moment define me or someone else's opinion of me, not just then, but ever define me. I feel a lot more secure. Right before we started, I was like, hold on, wait a second. There's something else that keeps coming into my head that I have been pushing down and pretending like it hadn't happened because of, well, I didn't want people to feel sorry for me. And even though it wasn't a decision that I had made, it was someone else in my life that had made that decision. I still had a lot of guilt and shame because of it, and a lot of confusion. So we worked on that. And since then, I'm actually able to conversate about it without just losing my mind, without playing it out in my head of like playing it out like a movie in my head, which was really traumatizing. Actually, probably worse than the actual trauma was me replaying it over and over and over and over and over again. And that has passed. I don't think about it every day. I'm able to talk about it in a healthy way. I'm able to forgive myself for the things that I felt like I might have had any sort of part in at all. Um, yeah, it's just been a huge relief being able to take it out of the box and look at it for what it really is and examine it and say, okay, you can't just hide this and pretend like it never happened. It really did happen. You're strong enough now to be able to allow yourself the healing for it and not just stuff it down and pretend like it's not there. And that was pretty huge. So it was kind of a learning experience in more than one way, but especially in me being able to have compassion for myself and let something go instead of dwelling on it and lingering on it, because that wasn't helping at all. That was just making it worse. So As far as differences in the way that I feel more motivated. I feel more like I'm able to be myself and be more accepting of myself. And that has been awesome because by doing so, I've been, I always tell, if I could tell anybody anything, it's you're not ever going to be loved or give love until you love yourself. And I think that I was on the right track for that. And I have been for a while, but being able to go deep, deep down inside and work on some things that have been lingering that I was just like, oh, that's not really there. We're just going to push that away. We're going to push that away. Doing that for myself has opened up so much for me. And I feel like it has made me be able to show more compassion and love to other people, and most certainly myself. So that's been huge. I had a real hard time not only trusting a partner and dating someone for the long term, like I was dating, but really worried about committing because I felt like every time I ever committed, it was like, well, that's it. Like, that's when all the bad stuff would start to happen, and I would be in this situation that I felt out of control. Like, I really did. Every single time that I dated someone, I felt like I lost myself completely. I wasn't able to just be myself and feel comfortable. And oddly, like I messaged you, you're like, so what's an update? How's things going? And I'm like, dude, I met someone. I think I love them. And for the first time in all my adult life, I can 110% be completely me. I can just be honest, and I know, hey, if this isn't taken, like if this isn't fully accepted, then that's okay. Like, it's all right. I'll just continue to be myself and love myself. And if this works out, it works out. If it doesn't, that's fine too. But I don't feel like I have to walk on eggshells. And I think that that isn't because of other people that I was in a relationship with. I think it was because I was sincerely worried about disappointing someone or scaring someone off because of my own insecurities, baggage, or the things about me that might be a little weird to some people. I don't care anymore. I'm totally happy with who I am. And if I'm too weird for someone, then there's probably somebody out there that I'm not too weird for. And I'm just going to continue to be who I am because I like the person that I am. And it's okay. Um, and it hasn't just been relationship wise, as far as, or dating relationship wise. I can see a difference in my relationship with my daughters. I can see a difference in my relationship with my friends and my coworkers, and it's just been very eye opening. Like something was lifted from me that was really weighing me down and making me feel not quite complete. So that's been a nice change. It's nice to feel like you can be yourself and still be in a committed relationship, because for the last 15 years I've always tried to continue to date and see people and stuff, but then as soon as the commitment happens, I get scared. I don't feel safe. I don't feel like I'm in the right element. Almost feel like I'm just not the kind of girl that can be like a girlfriend or, somebody's partner. I just always felt like I was better off on my own. And I still think I'd be totally okay by myself, but I'm really enjoying being in a committed relationship with someone else too. So I'm not scared anymore, and I love it. It's great. Like, it's easy. It doesn't feel like I'm pressured. It doesn't make me feel out of the ordinary like it did before. Like I just felt really weird when I was in a relationship, like I wasn't compatible with other people. So um, I'm hoping that that's something that I've changed inside my core that will last forever, and it feels that way. Um, but I'm willing to put in the work if I need to, because this is something I want to hold on to.